I don't think about Americans' financial situation.
Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. That's the only thing that motivates.
America first? Does that ring any bell? It sounds familiar. America first. I'm trying to think of where I heard that. Oh, right. There was like a movement. A bunch of Americans followed a single person who lied to them and said he had their interests in mind, and he was able to coalesce that power because he kept saying America first, and they doubled down and made their entire political movement about America first. That's right, that was America first. Well, let's see what that guy has to say now.
I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. That's the only thing.
So, not America at all, actually. America, not even last, just not America. Doesn't care about America, doesn't care about your finances, doesn't care about our economy. Not only doesn't care about it, says he can't even think about it. President of the United States can't be bothered to have two thoughts at once about two different things. Nope. Not even on his mind, couldn't care less about gas prices, the economy, your jobs, your health, none of it. He cares about Iran having the bomb. Interestingly enough, he tore up the nuclear agreement Obama had that was preventing the Iranians from using enriched uranium for the bomb. So he gave them access to a pathway for the bomb. And then last year he bombed them and obliterated them and yelled at the news media for saying he hadn't obliterated their nuclear program. And now it's the only thing he cares about at all, even though they can't hit the United States with a nuclear bomb. So America, just not America, I guess is the Donald Trump slogan now. Not America.
Hello my beautiful and amazing people, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for the love and the support that you're showing me. I really hope that you're doing well wherever you are watching me from. Well, a while back I once said that you must be the most delusional person to really be supporting the orange man, and apparently he has proved that again. Because what do you mean that you're going to overpromise, underdeliver, keep on lying, and then the one moment that you choose to be honest, you choose to just tell people that you don't care. It is none of your business what is happening. The only thing you can think of or care about is another country not having any nuclear weapons. Why do these people even have them? You see, you're triggering countries to actually have these weapons because apparently you might be seated doing absolutely nothing, the same way Iran was seated doing absolutely nothing, not even minding your business, and you choose to just ambush them. How do you care so much about that when in real sense you're the one who started it and all? Well, let's watch the videos that I have compiled for us, and then after that I'm going to give my point of view, and credit belongs to the original creators of the videos that I have used. Stay tuned, my beautiful people.
He doesn't care about anyone.
I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody.
Yes, that is the President of the United States saying he doesn't think about Americans' financial situation. Again, roll the tape.
You promised to bring inflation down. It's now at its highest level in 3 years. Are your policies not working? What's happening?
Policies are working incredibly.
Your policies are working incredibly, you say. Maybe in your mind, but let's talk to average Americans again, shall we?
Just 30% of those polled approve of the president's handling of the economy, a 14% drop from March of last year. And take a look at this. 73% of Americans call current economic conditions poor.
And just in case I need to reinforce this for you again, this is the president clarifying how he feels about Americans' financial situation.
You're not considering the financial impact of this war on Americans?
The most important thing by far is Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about American financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. That's the only thing that motivates.
Man, I'm so glad that Trump finally was able to be real with us and telling us that your money, that in your gas prices, in your economy do not matter to him even a little bit. And I'm so glad that his supporters are able to hear this. But don't get it twisted, his supporters will still find a way to spin those exact words. They will twist those perfectly clear English words into something that makes them feel better for supporting him. Because God forbid that they actually have to admit that they fucked up and they got swindled and they got scammed. Oh, and by the way, you know how he's been saying that he doesn't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon? But everything that he's doing right now is telling Iran and all other countries in the world that you need a nuclear weapon. Because if you don't have them, the US would just come in and do whatever the fuck they want. And just because they think you're a bitch. And as you can see, we don't fuck with North Korea anymore.
So Trump just said on the White House lawn, he has absolutely no concern for the American people and their finances. He said he's not considering them in the least bit as he's negotiating this war. He doesn't care that people are paying more for gas because he is handing out contracts to his friends and to his sons. So why would he care that we're all paying more for gas, that people are paying more for health care for this war? So every time you go to the doctor and you can't afford your prescription, he doesn't care. He just said it out loud. And now they're scrambling behind the scenes, all of his staffers, to somehow get ahead of this. But he said it. He was asked a direct question. Are you considering the finances of the American people? He said, no, I don't care. Why would I? That's what he thinks of everybody. We are nothing more than a cash cow to this administration. And they will bleed us dry with this war, with everything that's going on, with them handing out money to their friends, this reflective pool that he apparently just gave the contract to somebody, $13-14 million now to paint a pool. You don't care about us. MAGA are a bunch of fools.
I don't think about American financial situation.
Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit.
Trump doesn't care about you. I know this isn't a surprise to a lot of us, but for those who still think that Trump actually is fighting for you, he's not. This is never about you. It was about him and his family being in power and making money off the American people. Trump's made over $4 billion in his second term alone. That is 10,000 times his presidential salary, by the way, for those who say that he's so noble for not taking it. People in his close circles are making millions off of trading probabilities of what's going to happen with this war. That's why you're seeing the thrash. Back and forth, back and forth. We never know. Is the war on? Is it off? Did we achieve our goals? Did we not? Because it is for his manipulation. He is extracting value from this. He doesn't care. He said it multiple times in this interview. He does not care about Americans' financial situation. It's all about him. It's all about the people in his close circle. So it's really no surprise he doesn't care about you or me. We're dealing with gas prices over $4 a gallon. We're dealing with inflation that just hit 3.8%, but he doesn't care. So as long as Trump is still in office, the American people are going to foot the bill for his greed and incompetence.
President of the United States of America just looked the world in the eye and said, I don't think about Americans' financial situations. Oh, but it was taken out of context, you stupid lib. All right, you boot-licking maggot shit stain, let's watch it together.
I don't think about American financial situation. I don't think about anybody.
Explain that, you traitorous, tangerine taint-licking fucking turncoats. Explain how the first time they've ever caught this motherfucker telling the truth on camera, that's when he's explaining exactly how little of a fuck he gives about the people who can't afford food anymore because he started a war to distract them from the fact that he was best friends with a bunch of fucking pedophiles. Explain why, in the same fucking interview, he bragged about how we needed to double the size of the fucking ballroom and then called the reporter a dumb person because she pointed out that the price fucking doubled too. Explain why inflation is almost 4%, the highest it's been since 2023. Going to the gas station feels like a trip to the fucking proctologist, and people are choosing between food and rent. But the only budgets that the president is fucking concerned with are not the ones that allow people to feed their fucking kids, but they're the ones for his ballroom that he's physically incapable of dancing in and the forever war he fucking started. Explain that or get fucked.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying to this moment. As you all have seen, the orange man was interviewed and he said that he doesn't care about the financial status of United States of America, and neither does he care about what is happening to these people, the financial problems that the American people are going through. Now I want you to look at the country right now. I want you to look at United States at the moment. You will notice that it is deteriorating each day. Very high gas prices. We have very expensive education systems. We have very expensive healthcare systems. We have very expensive groceries, high rent, mortgages are way beyond purchasing. Like, everything is expensive. And as if that is not enough, according to the Treasury, America is going broke. And when he's asked about how he feels about this situation, he's like, he doesn't care. All he thinks about is the fact that Iran could be making another nuclear weapon. Hold on for a moment. I mean, there was a treaty that was made during the Obama regime that Iran wasn't going to use these nuclear weapons on anybody until this man triggered the Iran people, until this man triggered the Iran government. And when they react to whatever he has done, now Iran is the problem. And all he can think about is not even the people. It's not even about the people who voted for him. It is not even about the people that he's leading. All he can think about is Iran and how Iran is not supposed to make any more nuclear weapons. You see, I've been waiting for people who actually support him to come out and speak. And there is a comment that I saw somewhere that this is something that has been happening over and over again, and that he's doing the right thing. What do you mean he's doing the right thing? How delusional do you have to be for you to just say that things are falling apart in the United States of America, and all you can do is stand there and say that he's doing the right thing? I mean, is everything okay with these people upstairs? Because I don't think that normal people can really think the way these people think. But as I said earlier, that is how a cult works, right? You need to stop thinking for yourself so that you need to stop thinking so that somebody else can be thinking for you. Because if you make a mistake of thinking for yourself, it means then that you're becoming smarter, and smarter people are not needed in cults, right? I don't know how the orange man actually will take a lot of American tax dollars, channel that amount of money to something that 90%, 98%, 99% of the United States of American citizens are not going to step into. A whole ballroom. All he does is just make sure that his family keeps on getting richer over and over again. His friends are getting richer over and over again. The 1% that actually he's making richer is all he can think about. The billionaires that he's around, those are the people that he can think about. But everybody tried telling people from the beginning, the people that were voting for him. People told these supporters from the beginning, this man is going to lead you to a place where there is no going back. But they were like, nah, he can never do that. He's going to deliver his promises. He's not going to lie to us. He's going to keep his promise, right? I hope now you're getting the promises as he promised them. He's keeping them. He's delivering, right? He hasn't failed you in any way. This is the exact life that you wanted right? And you know what actually gets me? It is the fact that even the people who had nothing to do with this government, who had nothing to do with this regime, are also suffering. They are going through the same problems that these people who wanted this orange man to be the president are going through. Something that should not even be happening. I wish there was a way that people could be segregated. Like, these ones voted for him. They are the ones who are supposed to go through this. And these ones did not vote for him. So they deserve a different treatment. But it is not happening like that. And these people who do not even deserve it were very awake, and they tried telling these other people, you are doing the wrong thing. Now the person that you worship the most just comes out on television during an interview, and he says he doesn't care. Well, that is the person you voted for. That is the person who promised you over and over again that he's going to make America great. That is the person who promised that he's going to put America not last, right? And that is exactly what you voted for. That is exactly what you wanted. And now, he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care what is happening to you. He doesn't care whether you cannot afford that health care that you need. He doesn't care that you cannot afford gas. He doesn't care that you cannot afford food on the table, groceries. You cannot afford to pay rent. You do not have a job. He doesn't care that these companies that are employing you are laying you off because they have to be closed. He doesn't care. All he cares about is the war that he started himself, and the way that these people he started a war with cannot create any more nuclear weapons. I'm 100% sure any other country right now is making more weapons, because I won't be seated waiting for the orange man to start a war with me. Let me make some. And I want you to understand that Iran was quietly seated without even trying to start anything with the United States. It was this man who started it. He starts something, tries to make you think that he's making things right. Then he comes out and drops a bomb on you. Says, I don't care about you. Everything that you see happening is none of my business. And I want you to understand that this person at the end of the day is having everything that he needs. While you're suffering, while you're the one who voted for him and still suffering and crying and everything, he's getting everything that he needs. Proper healthcare, he's getting, his business is running, everything around him is working perfectly well. And he doesn't care about you. So, I don't know. This is crazy. And I understand why the American people would be very enraged, because this is something else. You should be more concerned about your country than being concerned about another country. A country that you decided to actually start a war with. I don't know what you think about all this. You can let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And if you're new here, kindly remember to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. And until next time, goodbye.